the biz.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the 6th episode of Diving Deep with the Leverage. I'm your host, Jermaine, and this is my lovely wife,
Lena.
And we welcome you here on What's the Biz 559, where we help you dive deeper in your relationship to help you thrive. Since this episode is releasing 12 days before Christmas, we thought we would bring you our very own 12 Days of Christmas Love Edition.
On the 12th day of Christmas, my true I told him, let me sing it, please. But my voice is leaving me. But yes, I love it. 12 Days of Christmas. We are going to give you the ultimate gift guide that your spouse wants. I know there's a lot of them out there. No, we're not talking about perfume, cologne, watches, purses, shoes. We're actually talking about gifts.
Something better.
Something that your spouse actually wants you to give them. We'll start with the 12 days of Christmas, but most of these can be gifts you can give all year long. So let's jump into it.
You're right. And I know for some of y'all out there who have problems with money, this don't cost you nothing.
My love don't cost. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So anyways,
let's
jump into it. So the first one that we believe your spouse would appreciate is the gift of being present.
Ooh, that's a good one.
And so when you enter in the holidays and you're with your family and you got a couple days off from work, really focus on being present with your family. Try not to have work. Whenever you're spending time with your spouse or your partner, make sure that you are being present. And I guarantee they will love you for it.
It's the gift that keeps on giving. Really it is, though. This is a gift, like I said, you can give all year long, right? You can never give me the gift of you being present in the moment. And I'm like, no, I don't like it. Like, I always want to open that gift. Being present. One thing, honey, that you can do when you're being present with your spouse is to create no phone zones. So a lot of the times, that is the prohibitor from us being engaged in the moment with our spouse. So put the phone away, have certain places, times. Christmas, of course, and the holidays is one of them,
yes,
where you set the phone down to really be present and engaged in that moment.
Absolutely. And the next one is the gift of emotional support. How often are you available for your spouse to use you for emotional support? I know for men, this is a little bit harder because emotionally, we know how to control what we express, and we are more, what's the word I'm looking for, honey? We are more what with our emotions?
I think that more shielded, more guarded.
More guarded. I like that word. Like, we're more guarded with our emotions, and we don't let them hang on our sleeves as much because we value respect. We value our image in the sense that we want to be seen as men, and culturally we've been taught that we have to be strong. And so part of being strong that we've learned is holding back our emotions. And so when we need to be emotionally supportive for our spouses and our partners, we need to make sure that we are vulnerable enough to give them that access to us. Because in order to be emotionally supportive, you have to be emotionally available. I
agree with that. And being an emotional support, that's being encouraging, providing comfort, providing support, of course, in the good, the bad, and the ugly, like just being there emotionally for one another. So I think that's a great point. Another gift is going to be the gift of quality time. I think this ties on with being present in the moment, but time for the two of you. It could be date nights. It could be doing a shared activity. It could be creating a new tradition on this holiday season, but quality time where your spouse gets all of you, right? I know for men, they think that watching football together is quality time. It's not. That's not quality time.
It can be.
No.
It depends. Because when you think of quality time is doing those things that you enjoy. And sometimes
if you both enjoy it, then it's quality time.
Or if your spouse enjoys it, it's still quality time. So think about this. If there's something that I like and there's something that you want to make me feel like I'm doing this for you, like I know you probably enjoy football games now, but probably when we started, you probably didn't enjoy football games.
Right.
To me,
True.
I enjoy that. So for me, it was quality time. Like going to going to, or when we watch like chick flicks, hopeless romantic stuff, you would consider that quality
Date night.
time because it's something you enjoy. Now, what the differentiating factor is if I enjoy doing that with you, you would
Correct.
consider that quality time. If I'm just there and I'm just like, okay, good, it's over now.
Yeah.
You're gonna be upset.
Dreadfully watching it. But the point you made was that when you're watching football and I'm watching it with you, it's quality time for you.
Right.
I can enjoy football, but that's not going to be quality time for me. Even in that moment, if I'm enjoying doing it with you, because to me, quality time is us being here and communicating.
Right.
You know, it's physical touch. So that wouldn't be quality time for me. When we're watching a chick flick, it's something I enjoy. And if it was something I suggested, I could see that being quality time.
Right.
But I guess the point in saying all this is talk to your spouse to see how they best identify and define
absolutely.
quality time.
Absolutely. And so that's a good point because what's quality time for you might not be quality time for your partner.
Yeah.
But a way that you can get the most out of that quality time is by being present. And to be present, more present, you need to include your senses. So how can you include the sense of hearing, the sense of tongue, talking, like your eyes, your smell? Like how can you be more in the moment to be present? Because oftentimes when we're with our partners, we're usually somewhere else. We're usually at work, or we're, thinking about like, man, like they really pissed me off. And like, you can't really be there. So quality time is how much of you can you bring into this moment to get the most out of it.
That's good. And our next one, honey, is the gift of forgiveness. I think this is one of the best gifts that you can give someone. Now, a lot of times we think of, okay, I'm going to forgive, but I ain't going to forget. And I don't think that that is the way that we should be exercising forgiveness. Sometimes there are bigger offenses that takes time to walk out in terms of forgiveness, but you can make a conscious decision to forgive and then walk that out every day and remind yourself of that. But forgiveness is one of the best gifts you can give your spouse, and that is allowing room for them to make mistakes and then not holding those mistakes against them.
You're right, honey. And I think like not holding those mistakes against them is giving them grace and understanding that they are human.
Yeah.
And we get to a point where we expect them to be perfect. Because when we got together, we started seeing all the good qualities.
Yeah.
We got married because you look good, because you can work your anus off, or I think you're going to be a good mom, and I know you're going to love me, and you make me laugh. And so now as we get older and like the things that we overlooked, we start to take notice of, we forget the good things. And now we're starting to see that you're actually human. And so with that in mind, like extending grace really allows us to say, okay, I know you're not perfect, so I'm going to forgive you because this is going to give you the room to make mistakes and still feel like I'm on your team and I'm not going to criticize you.
Yeah, that's good. And scripture tells us that love keeps no record of wrong. And a lot of times I feel like when we forgive, we still hold them accountable to what it is, the mistakes that have happened, or we bring it up. We've been holding on to all this stuff and we want to bring up every offense and mistake that's been made in a heated discussion. But when you walk out forgiveness, you're not holding that against them in terms of, well, you did this. And it's because if you think about it, if you're holding on to unforgiveness, for one, it's going to do more damage to you than it is to them anyways. But if you're holding on to that, then that's what's going to flow. Like that's what's going to come out of you in the way that you treat them, in the way that you act. So I think it's important to really give the gift of forgiveness.
Yes. And along those lines is the gift of acceptance.
Acceptance.
And I feel that this is a big one, particularly for me.
Okay.
And I think that it's a big issue for a lot of spouses, because when you get together, like you start, like especially when you first get together, like you put on like your best face.
Yep. Best
like
self.
Listen, I don't care how 100% you think you are when you get together, when you first get together. If you've been together for some time or married for an extended period of time, you start to see that the veil comes off and you start to notice that the person you were before has changed from the person that you're showing now.
Yeah.
Because just as like a job interview, like you put on your best self so you can impress the person that you want. And so when it comes to acceptance, once that veil comes off and you start to see the flaws, you start to see all the things that you disagree with or you don't like, you have a choice to make. Like, do you accept that person for who they are, or do you reject parts of them? Because if you reject parts of them, then you're not going to get the full them. And if there's the problem with some of you is that when you reject parts of your partner, you push them to be that way with someone else. It might not be cheating, but it might be to somebody else, and you wonder why they don't give you that part of them. It's because you rejected them. So the gift of acceptance means that you're going to allow your partner to be who they are, good or bad.
Yeah.
Because if they can show up who they fully are, then that means that you will get the best of them.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good. And on the sixth day, I'm just kidding. On the sixth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me the gift of appreciation. This one is really, really good. I am affirmations. I love affirmations.
Yes, you are.
And so along with being accepted, I want to be fully known, fully loved, and I want to be seen. And I feel like when you put me up on notice that you notice some things about me that are good and affirm me, it makes me feel appreciated. So the gift of, I'm giving you a cheat code. So the gift of appreciation.
I'm not a cheater.
No. When you notice things about your spouse, we talked about this, gratitude, right? Share that with them. I appreciate this. It can be the littlest things, but share that with your spouse. That's a gift that is never going anywhere.
Yeah, and when you start to appreciate your partner, what you do is you train your mind to see the good stuff.
Yep.
Because however you train your mind or condition your mind to see something specific, that's what you'll notice. If you start to say, how can I be appreciative, or what can I be appreciative of? Like, you start to look for the good things in your partner. Like, honey, I really appreciate you being a good mother. Like, I see the way you love our kids. Or, honey, like, I really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day to make sure that the kitchen is clean. Like, I know, like, the kids like got you to your last nerve, push that last button. But I appreciate you because that means that you like are caring. And so I appreciate your caring heart. When you take the time to let them know that you see their efforts, it makes them feel, as my wife said, seen.
Yeah, that's good. Now, the next gift is respect. And I feel like this one is a big one, but your spouse can truly let you know what makes them feel respected, because it's going to differ from person to person, relationship to relationship.
100%.
But respect is, I feel like that's number one. Like, you got to respect, RESP. You got to respect me. Like,
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, since you want to sing it, I got a question for you.
Sorry, guys. Everything reminds me of a song.
You're right. I wonder if this can remind you of a song too.
Oh, gosh. Here we go.
What do you consider respect?
Ooh, respect. I think respect is not just what you do in front of me, but also behind my back. And I think it's huge in the way that you talk to me, and not just the way you talk to me, but your actions, right? And what you do. And so I think that's how I would define respect for me, is what you do, not just in front of me, but behind my back, and the way that you treat me.
Okay, so respect for you is how I treat you to you and how I treat you to others when you're not around. Okay, and that involves talking to people, you know, like when I'm with like other people outside, like, and I'm just giving y'all like my wife's, you know, like not being with other women in cars alone, or really avoiding things that could make our relationship look not as what it is.
Right. Well, I mean, we're one, right? So when they see you, they see me, and vice versa. And yeah, absolutely. Nobody should see you in the car of any other woman or anything like that.
Right.
But It's also in like, what are you saying about me to other people?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's a part of it too.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll skip asking me the question
Okay.
and jump to the next one, which is the gift of safety. And personally, I put this because I think this is probably a love language of mine that Gary Chapman probably didn't put that I feel,
Should be a love language.
yeah, for me.
Yeah.
But the gift of safety, whenever I'm vulnerable, whenever I open up to my wife about something that I'm dealing with, I expect safety. I expect security. And if that is ever broken between us, that's probably a big, big issue for me because growing up, I needed safety. Like I needed a place to land like my vulnerable emotions. And being a football player, being somebody who grew up in a really toxic high school environment, if I'm being honest, like your emotions couldn't be expressed and you had to put on this mask every day, day in, day out. And so I think when it comes to safety, this is where this is a place where people feel insecure because they don't have these areas of security with their partner. Like if you go to your partner and you say, like, honey, like I feel frustrated because of blank, blank, blank. What you're saying is like there's something that touched your heart that makes you feel upset or insecure or hurt by, and depending on how your partner receives that will help you feel secure in sharing things that bother you. And so I'm just saying safety for me is a real big one.
Yeah, I think that's good because for me, like if I don't feel safe with you, then you're only going to get access to certain parts of me. So the safer I feel and secure in you, in us, in what we have, then the more naked, if I will, I can be in the relationship and fully be myself. And so I think that's important. I know one thing that we have often said is that there is this security we have in one another and in our relationship. So certain things that may trigger other people don't affect us because of the safety that we have built in our relationship.
Yeah,
So
that's good. Honey.
That's a beautiful gift. The next gift is going to be gentleness. And I feel like you're in your gentle season. I'm working on it. So why don't you elaborate on that one?
Okay, I got you. So when you think of gentleness, basically, this just deals with the care that you have for whoever you're dealing with. So as a parent, because you have this power differential and you, especially when your kids are younger, you can get really, really harsh. You can get really like strong and demanding and treat them as if they are less than an actual person. And so when you're gentle, you basically say that, like, I care for who you are. Like, I really care for how I mold and shape you. And when you are angry and when you treat them as if they're, they can take on all those hard emotions, like you're basically like giving them, saying that this is how you interact with people, this is how you get things done. And basically, I mean, if you really want to go there, like it could be manipulation, being harsh with your kids in that sense, but even with your spouse, like being gentle really is a caring factor. And honey, I think you said you're getting there, but I think you're more gentle than you
Really?
than you want to give yourself credit for. Absolutely.
I received that. Thank you, honey.
You are.
Thank you.
You absolutely are. The next one is the gift of laughter.
Okay, this is a good one because
Knock, knock.
who's there? God. Who's there?
Me,
Me who?
Jermaine.
Am I supposed to laugh? Honey, you're usually good at your dad jokes. That was really bad. That was horrible.
But guess what you just did? For real, for
Okay,
real.
I laughed. All
Okay,
right.
so good point. Case in point. The joke doesn't have to be funny sometimes. When you laugh, basically what you're saying is you value the conversation or the person that you're in conversation with. it's just a social technique basically to say like, I'm enjoying the time. Like it might not have been funny. You can even point out the fact that it wasn't funny,
Yeah.
but still laugh because you are enjoying the presence of somebody that you're with.
Yes. And usually I laugh at your dad jokes because they're pretty funny, but that one was way left field. But laughter is certainly a gift. And I feel like in life, we just take so many things serious. We have the bills, the kids, the house, the business, all the things, but we don't take time to just have fun, just enjoy each other, like just laugh, just be. And so I think that is a huge gift that you can give your spouse.
Absolutely. The 11th gift is the gift of peace.
Ooh, if it costs me my peace, it's too much. I don't want to go.
I'm just saying,
I'm
your
just
purpose
saying.
gonna cost you peace.
Wait a minute, that's different.
I'm just saying.
That's different.
Okay. But anyways, the gift of peace, honestly, is something that is desirable, and is not only something that's just desirable by the person, but your body physically desires peace. Your body loves to stay in this state of homeostasis. And when you are at peace, that means that like your heart rate isn't super elevated and it's not super low. It's in this place where it's just beating normally. And so when your heart rate is beating super fast, like it's telling you like, hey, like I'm working overtime because our system is requiring this and I need you to slow it down. But anyways, I'll let you go into a little bit more peace, honey, but like your body physically wants you to be in peace.
So I want to share something. Sometimes as women, we want to give our spouse a piece of our mind, right? But what he really needs or what she really needs is for you to be their peace. Now, not saying that you're responsible for my peace, but you add that value to our relationship. And I feel like you can give me all the gifts, but if there's like utter chaos in our relationship, nothing is going to mean more to me than giving me actual peace. And along with peace, on the 12th day, we are going to talk about the gift of patience. This one is it's a lot. It's challenging. I think I'm getting better at my patience, though, just overall in general as a person.
You are.
But thank you, honey. But patience truly is a gift, being patient with your spouse. Let's say that they're going through a hard time and you're finding it hard to be patient with them, or they're not growing at the speed in which you want, or there's a change you want to see in them that isn't happening yet. You have to learn to give them the gift of being patient even through their process in life and giving them room for that. So I think that's a huge gift, honey.
It is a huge gift. And what we mean by patience is this suffering. Like there's this discomfort with waiting for something, but it's also not the fact of just waiting. It's also the attitude and the action you take while you wait.
Ooh, that's good.
If you are displaying patience, patience says that I'm going to show up a certain way that's going to say, I'm waiting, like I know it's going to change and I'm waiting for that. And I'm going to act in the manner that I want to show up when it changes.
Oh, that's good.
And so when you're patient, you're operating in a way that says like, I anticipate this to happen and I'm going to act as if it's already happening.
Yeah.
That's patience.
That takes true patience, not the way you wait while you're waiting. That's really good. Since we're going over the 12 days of Christmas and Christmas is approaching and we know you guys are looking for the perfect gift, right? We're going to give you that too.
We're going to give you the one thing that you should buy this Christmas for your partner.
Let's talk about it. Conversation starter cards. So we are going to start this cool segment actually on Diving Deep with the Levs, where we grab a card and we're going to ask each other a card. And we want to open it up to you guys. Maybe there's some questions that you want to know and you want to ask us. Feel free to drop it below in the comments. And then on the next recording, we will answer that question. So do you want to go first, honey? Oh, it's me. I think I'm going to go first.
Okay. Way to take that back.
I'm sorry. Do you?
No, you go ahead.
Okay.
You go ahead.
It's me. Okay.
Go ahead.
Ladies first. What did you like to receive as gifts for Christmas and your birthday?
Money.
Seriously? So
Money.
cliche. Really? As a kid, you wanted money?
Money.
Swear.
Money.
Oh my gosh.
So no, I
Money
wanted
hungry.
money. Growing up, because I wanted shoes. I like shoes.
Oh yeah. Expensive shoes.
Sports things, I guess, like footballs, basketballs. Like I was really into that stuff growing up. So
Okay.
I was really simple.
Oh. I don't know what happened. You're not simple anymore. You're high maintenance, honey.
I'm still simple.
High.
The price just changed a little bit. I'm
the
very
price
simple.
went up. Get it while you can. The price is going
Listen,
up.
the price going up. Listen, if you want to get me a gift, where you at? If you want to get me a gift
Oh God.
before the price goes up, it is now to do it. Do it now.
Do it now. Don't wait.
Okay. So my question to you comes from the Get to Know Me section, and it says, what makes you feel most accomplished?
Ooh. I am a planner and I have my going to-do list. And so honestly, I've learned that it's in the little things. If I can check off boxes of what I want to do for my day, for my week, I feel like that makes me feel accomplished when I get stuff done, when I'm productive.
When you can see it, that you're getting it done. You got your boxes
I am a
checked
visual
off.
person. Yeah, for sure. But I think that helps me to feel accomplished in terms of, just everyday life.
Okay. And so as my wife mentioned, you can drop your questions below, whatever the questions are. They don't have to deal with any of the conversation starter cards. We want to give you the room to be a part of the podcast. We want to answer your questions here, and we want to answer them in open forum. That way, when somebody else might be dealing with the same question that you have. So your question might also help somebody else get through their problem. So we just invite you to do that.
Yeah. And we don't want to just share content just for the sake of sharing content. Like we want content that is going to be valuable to you. So if you sharing that, things that you want to hear us answer, like you said, it can go a long way for someone else too who may have a similar question that you have. And then I want to share with you guys before we are wrapping this up, but there's going to be a premiere like when you subscribe. So make sure you like and subscribe, and you'll see when there's a premiere of a new episode and you're able to comment and start the conversation. We'll be on there live. And so we can interact there as well. So make sure you subscribe so that you get the notification when a new episode is premiering.
Bet. And just like that. And so, man,
we wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We do. But also, we just thank y'all for being here with us, man.
Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, through all my songs and my singing.
Shenanigans, really. Shout out to Kendrick. But man, we appreciate y'all. Y'all enjoy y'all evening, and we'll see you on the next episode.
$20. We'll link it below, but $20 on levlove.org. Get your conversation starter cards. This is a great gift that truly keeps on giving and starting the conversation in your relationships.
Absolutely. And for those of you who already have yours, we will take you deeper in how you can utilize those to go further in your conversations with your spouse or your partner. So join us on our next episode, and we'll see you later.
Deuces.